Hello, music technology class. Today we are going to go over major scales and talk about scale degrees. I've got a whiteboard thing over here, and this is the piano, and hopefully we can hear that. Great, cool, lovely. All right, so here we go. We are going to do a major scale, and so first I'm going to put the rules. The first rule of major scales is the pattern, and the pattern is, everybody say it with me now, get there, why am I not working? So, pattern, whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step, right? Everybody say it with me again. Whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. Rule number 2, one of every letter. Meaning, every single scale will contain one of every letter, although some of them might be sharp or flat to fit the pattern. And rule number 3, no sharps, which is that symbol, and flats, that symbol, together. So no scale is going to have both sharps and flats. So we are going to do the E major scale, E major. And here we go. We're going to start on the note E. So I'll put this here. And now we're going to do whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step, starting on E. So we got to find E. Here's E on a piano keyboard. Here's what it sounds like. Right? And so now, first thing we need to do is a whole step. And the symbol for a whole step is a sideways bracket. So we're on E, and we have to go up a whole step. So I'm going to come back over here. The immediate next note is F. Skip it. Land on this black key. E to this key. So that key has to be called F something, and because it is to the right or up from F, we take F and we move it up. That is going to be called F sharp. So we come here, and that's F sharp. Great. Now we need another whole step following our pattern. So a whole step above F sharp, right? So here's F sharp. Whole step means you skip one note. The next note is G. Skip it. Land on this black key. Well, that's got to be called G something, and since G is too low and we have to move G up, we take G and we make it sharp. That makes that G sharp. Also note, because of rule 3, there will be no flats in this scale. Only sharps, because you can't have both of them together. Now we need a half step. And so a half step means the immediate next notes. Here we are on G sharp, right? The immediate next note is A. G sharp to A. So A is the next note in our scale. So we have A. Great. I'm going to try and move that over. Let's go here. Come on now. You're not being cooperative. Edit. Yes. All right, close enough. Okay, next we need a whole step. And so a whole step up from A. Here's A. Whole step means skip one note. There's a black key, skip it. We land on B. B is a whole step above A. So the next note right here is going to be B. And now we need another whole step. Right? So we have whole step, half step, whole step, whole step. So now we're on B. Here's B. Whole step up from B. Next note is C. Skip it. Land on a black key. B to C sharp. Because C is too low, we need a whole step, not a half step. So we have to take C and push it up to C sharp. So that makes the next note C sharp. C sharp. Great. Now we need another whole step. It's 3 whole steps in a row over here. And I'm on C sharp. Here's C sharp. Whole step means skip one. Next note is D. Skip it. Land on D sharp. C sharp to D sharp. So D sharp is our next note right here. D sharp. And then finally, we need a half step. And so a half step at the very end is the immediate next note. And so what we need here is the next note from D sharp. So here's D sharp. The immediate next note is E, which is a half step. Don't skip anything. Oh, hey now. So now we go here, and E is the end. So we started and ended on the same note. So there's our E major scale. So let's listen to it. Here we go. So we have E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp, E. So let's do it again. E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp. Great. And so not all notes of the scale are equal. And so some notes are more important than others. And so the most important note is the note that you start on. And that has a special name. It's called tonic. I'll put it in quotes. So tonic is the first note of the scale and is home, right? So tonic is, let's do that, yeah. The most important note of the scale. It's where we start and it's home base. Like melodies, songs almost always begin and end on tonic. They definitely end on tonic. And then we're going to number the notes here. So just to do this. So that's going to be 1. F sharp is going to be 2. I'm going to stretch this all the way out here. Yep. And now we're back here and we should have 3. This doesn't want me to be able to type things later on, does it? Yep. There we go. Nope. So move over here. There's 3, 4. B is going to be 5. C sharp is going to be 6, 7. And then E is going to be 1 again, right? Because there is no 8. We start on E. We end on E. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because if you remember, the scale goes on into infinity in both directions, like a line in geometry class. So the other 2 really important notes are 4 and 7. And if you look at them, they're near the half steps. 7 really wants to go to 1. And 4 really wants to go to 3. So I'm going to demonstrate that. If I play the scale, no, that was the wrong note. Hear that? Let's try it again. If I stop there, your brain really wants to hear this. And that sounds over. And until I play that last note, it doesn't sound over, which is a really strange phenomenon. If I just start the scale here, I can wait as long as I want, and your brain still really, really wants, right? 7 really wants to go up to 1. 4 kind of wants to go to 3. Here's that. Right? 4 kind of floats a little bit and wants to do that. And then, and that's the end of the State Farm thing. Like a good neighbor, State Farm. No, State Farm is there. Right? We'll be writing little jingles like that. So 4 wants to go down to 3. 7 wants to go up to 1. And that is how scale degrees work. And so I'm going to write that over here. We can copy that down. The scale degrees, we'll see if we can get this to work. I'll put it in quotes. Scale degrees are numbers that tell you a note's position in a scale. So pretty much every song you've ever heard uses a scale, and the notes of the scale are not equal. The 4th note of the scale and the 7th note of the scale are the unstable notes. And scale degree 1, tonic, is home base, right? And that's where like you want to, end up. It is like your destination. So that is how scales work. And so when you write melodies using the notes of a scale, you want to usually end on 1 all the time. And be aware of where 4 and 7 are, because those are your tense notes. So that's just a little primer on that. I will see you in the next video.